Hello, and welcome back. Jaden over here to give you another review, and today's review is BloodRayne 2. I do apologize if you do hear lawn mowing or other machinery in the background, as spring has come upon us. A lot of machinery is at work, so yeah. If you do remember, I did do BloodRayne 1 about a year ago. My thoughts about it, I had a really big level system. I like the guns and the weapons, and the story in itself had to do with Nazis and arcane and such. I did enjoy that, but it had many flaws with its, let's say, design and platforming of levels, and water as a obstacle did become annoying when you did get out of the bayou. It was quite nice. But in BloodRayne 2 really kind of turns things on its head. Well, it's more focused on, let's say, than platforming and kind of adventuring, or it's a lot more closed in and personal, and not for the better, I do believe. I really don't care for this game, BloodRayne 2. It's in that style of gun fu, stylistic vampire blade, ultraviolet-esque type things, which is just simply not my cup of tea. I don't like. Is very much well, it tries to be mature. It really does try. It has mature themes, or if you can call them mature, or I don't know why maturity and explicitness and violence kind of go hand in hand in sexuality. And it's rendered under mature, but really, it really does have an immature attitude toward it, such in with the violence. I'm not opposed to violence in any sense. You can make violence a part of the story, the main driving force behind the whole thing, like with God of War. It's a violent time, it's a violent game. But in here, it just feels really just tacky and really just unnecessary. And the gameplay itself is far more combat focused. You just don't use the L1 trigger, I believe was in the first game, and here you use the square and circle buttons to attack, to kick and punch and do a number of different combos, and there's type of combo moves. You kind of quasi level up in this game as which certain targets you take down, like say a big bad, you gain a new ability, another level in your super speed, sensory, or some type of ghost astral presence you do use while feeding on enemies while you're in battle. Now, onto the story. The story of BloodRayne 2, it takes more in modern day than in the 1940s and 30s that the first game did take place, which I liked. In here, it's very much a Blade-esque of the secret world of vampires, and there's a secret brimstone society. Kind of like the whole kind of Slayer thing they had in Buffy, like vampires. Vampires live among us, but we have no idea. And we have vampires in pop culture, but, you know, they're actually real. And it just really comes off, it's like it really came off as if Joss Whedon was a complete fucking moron, which I don't believe he is. There's some stuff I do like and some stuff I don't like about Joss Whedon, but, the whole equivalence is Buffy, of course. No, you're doing Firefly. Of course I'm doing Buffy. But, well, it was done by Eternal Reality and Majesco, the same guys did last game. And, the only thing I could find is if you were a big fan of the first game, you got another one. Or if you're getting a real kind of itch to play a vampire-esque game, I say just find up the Blood Omen series, Legacy of Kain series. Hell, even Blood Omen 1 through Soul Reaver, then Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, then Defiance. That whole legacy, that whole more so dark fantasy opposed to gun fu action movie with just tits in your face and trying to be all cool and explosion-y, really. It tries so hard to make itself an occult type thing. It's overly stylistic, not in a kind of neat, chic way like the Blade series is. It just comes off as gratuitous, and how it betrays sexual how it trades video games female protagonists in a bad way. There's very few and far between good female protagonists, and I'm not counting Lara Croft nor BloodRayne, or even, dare I say, the DOA girls. The only one I can think is probably reasonably good is that chick from the Beyond Good and Evil. I haven't played it, but I heard good things about it. And what I'm thinking of, Heather Mason from Silent Hill 3 is another great female protagonist for girls to latch onto and say that is a real heroine in danger. BloodRayne, I say skip it. Get Legacy of Kain, or get the Blade movie tie-ins. They are far better. And may the forces of darkness become confused on the way to your house. Goodbye.